Gator Dave, welcome back, sir. We've missed you on the stream. How's it going?
Buonasera, Miguel. Good evening, Mike from Italy. So, yeah, we had a great time. It was magical as usual. We've been to Italy before, hit the southern section with Naples and Sicily and Capri. It was beautiful, beautiful place. Had a great time. So, very relaxing and fun. So, appreciate it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. It was good stuff, man. Good stuff. So looking forward to getting back in the swing of things. I got off the airplane on Sunday afternoon and text message came across and I looked up and said thank you when my man Billy Napier lost his jobs. You hate it for a nice guy, but now we can move on in Gator Nation. So pretty excited about that and where things might go down the road. So,
Yeah,
but now we got
absolutely.
week 9. We got week
Yeah,
9,
hey,
Mike.
not to mention, Dave. All right,
Yes.
not too shabby of a rep. You might have wanted to stay over there one more week because you may have found the secret sauce this last weekend in old Italia. Because man, you had a great weekend there,
Yeah. Yeah.
coming back
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah. It was a good week. 8-4. Is that where I was? Something
I
like
believe
that.
so.
So
Yeah,
not too bad. Not too bad with eight
not
and four.
too
So
shabby.
it was a good week. And you did even better at 9-3. So my goodness, we tore it up. So
Yeah, it was a good week. Good
hopefully.
week.
Absolutely. So don't forget, folks, we're Bets Utopia, your number one location for all things sports betting. Please like, subscribe, follow. We got the podcast now. So you can not only catch us live on YouTube, the repeat on YouTube, but all the podcast with Spotify and a good old Apple podcast as well. So looking forward to it. And you ready to get this thing kicked off here, Mike?
Let's get it rolling.
All right.
First game we're gonna pop off here is gonna be Kansas State coming off with a rivalry. Gator Dave.
It is.
Kansas is favored by 3. Total sitting at 56.5. Who you liking this one?
So before we get started, hello to my lovely wife, Nirvana, and our number one fan, Evelyn Johnson, is in. And glad to see you back, Evelyn. So we're gonna roll here. Kansas State at Kansas. So man, these two teams, everyone thought were gonna be at the top of the conference, and now they're mid dwellers, if that. So K State coming in at 3-4, and Kansas at 4-3. Wildcats biggest win 2 weeks ago against TCU, 41-28 at home. They took care of business. Losses in all their other big games. And one thing to point out here, Mike, I think is important. They have had 2 road games and lost both those road games to Arizona by 6 and Baylor by 1. So Avery Johnson, the QB's got 1561 in the yardage factor at 63%, 13 TDs and only 1 interception, which looks pretty good. He's run for 238 and 3 TDs. Running back Jackson has 313 yards, averaging 4.2, and he has 1 TD. Kansas State is 3-4 against the spread. So Jayhawks got whipped in their last game. They both were off this past week, so to get ready for the rivalry game, right? So, but in the game prior, the Jayhawks got beat by Texas Tech. Their biggest win so far is against Fresno State. So they haven't been exactly tearing it up either. They had a loss at home to Cincinnati by 3. And they have lost 3 of 5 games. So Jaden Daniels is 70%, 1752, 18 TDs and 2 interceptions. He's run for 199 and a TD, and running back Williams has 309 and 5 TDs. Kansas is also 3-4 against the spread. So man, we're just like Who do you pick? Do you flip the coin? Last year in this game, Mike, 29-27, K-State won this one at K-State. So, again, this is the proverbial coin flip game, but I think it comes down to K-State sucking on the road, and therefore I'm going to take Kansas in the money line in this one, Mike.
Love that pick, Dave. I'm going to go with the same thing. I'm taking the better coach and a better team at this time, I believe. Jalen Daniels, he's proven me wrong. We talked about it. I'll eat crow on it. Kansas, they've surpassed. I either had their win total at 3 or 4 games at the beginning of the year. So they either surpassed it or they matched it so far. They have stumbled a little bit, but they should have a chance to get bowl eligible. I like them in this one. Fun little fact here. Not so much of a rivalry in this one. Kansas State has won the last 16 in a row versus Kansas. So something to play for also on this Kansas side. Give me the Jayhawks at home. I'm with you here, Dave.
All right. All right. And we need to say hello to Linda is in the house. Hey, Mom. So, next up, we have San Diego State. Mike, what are they? What's the number here on San Diego State? What do you
San Diego
got?
State is favored by 3, total sitting at 47.5. They're playing in
All right.
Fresno.
All right. So they're playing in Fresno. So we got San Diego State 5-1, Fresno at 5-2. So we got the teams, the really top 2 teams in that league out there. Aztecs' only loss was to Washington State. They beat California by 34. They beat Nevada. They beat Colorado State by 21. Keep that in the back of your mind. Their quarterback is Jaden Denagle. He's at 66%, 1097, 7 TDs, 2 interceptions. And their running back is Lucky Sutton. He's at 531 yards. He's averaging 5.1 a carry and 6 TDs. San Diego State is 5-1 against the spread. But there is, I believe, a rumor that Denagle might have an injury that could hold him back a little bit, but we'll see. The Bulldogs, San Diego State, the Bulldogs of Fresno State, lost last week to Colorado State by 28. Remember, I said Colorado State was beaten by the Aztecs by 21. Bulldogs did beat Nevada by 3. So those are the 2 games you can kind of compare. So quarterback Warner, 68%, 1487. He can toss it around, 10 TDs. However, 9 interceptions to go with those 10 TDs. The running backs, Donaldson has 405. Luke has 384. Fresno's only 3-4 against the spread. So, again, I worry a bit about the health on Denagle, but I'm going to go with him. I think the Aztecs have a better team, and I think they've got momentum coming into this game. So I am going to go with the Aztecs and the money line. So give me San Diego State.
Yep, I'm with you. Both teams coming off a bye here in this one. San Diego State's got a great defense. Fresno's defense is pretty good as well. But the biggest thing for me is Fresno's quarterback, E.J. Warner, the son of Hall of Famer Kurt Warner. He's having issues turning the ball over. He's got 10 touchdowns, but he's got 9 interceptions. I think San Diego State takes advantage of that coming off that bye with time to prepare. Give me the Aztecs on the money line. I'm with you here, Dave.
All right, there we are. We are 2 for 2 there. So, all right, next game coming up, we got Toledo at Washington State. What do we got here, Mike? 1.5? Is that what you see?
Yep. Wazoo is favored by 1.5. Total's
All right.
46.5.
All right. So Toledo comes in this one 4-3. Wazoo is 3-4. If we look at the Rockets, they lost to Kentucky. Worst team in the SEC. They do have wins over Kent State and Akron as of late. Their quarterback, Tucker Gleason has 1,483 yards, 65%, 12 TDs, and 4 interceptions. Their running back, Tranium, 601, 5.8 yards per carry, and 7 TDs. Pretty good. Now, Toledo's 5-2 against the spread, but again, they played no one. They played Kentucky, and they got beat. So Wazoo has lost its last 4 or 5 games, Mike, but a couple of losses to good teams. Virginia, Ole Miss, they only lost to Ole Miss by 2 points, and that was on the road. Washington State quarterback Ikas has 941 yards, 68%, 7 TDs, 4 interceptions. Now, he doesn't have a lot of yards yet because he's not played in every single game. So he is the quarterback as of late. Running back Voyers has 289 yards, 4.5 a carry, and a TD. Wazoo is 4-3 against the spread, which isn't too bad. I think Washington State, playing the better competition up to this point, is going to be pivotal and allow them to win this game, Mike. So I am going to go with the Cougars and the money line here.
Cougars in the money line, he says.
I say.
See, I thought for sure you were going to be on the same side as me in this one here, Dave.
Toledo?
Toledo. I'm going with the better defense again. Toledo's a top 5, top 10 defense in the country right now. Granted, their schedule is not the best. You know, they do play in the MAC conference, but they are sitting at 4-3, and I think they're getting slept on a little bit based off of how this offense has gone. Washington State, you know, they've had their shines or whatnot, but I think the line being at what it is very telling. Go ahead and give me the Toledo Rockets. I think I'm trusting this offense to find a way to get points in this one. Pull the upset out there in Pullman. Give me Toledo.
Are you sure, Mike? Because they have a long way to fly.
I'm sure. Nope.
Okay.
3:30 kickoff.
Right.
It's gonna be just fine. Not worried about the weather out there. No, East Washington. It's all good. It's gonna be fine. Go Rockets.
Just double check. All right, you got the Rockets. All right, next game we got Texas Mississippi State. What do you got there on that line, Mike?
We got Texas favored by 7. 44.5 is the total.
All right, Texas favored by 7 at the Cowbells, Mississippi State. The Longhorns are 5-2. The Bulldogs are 4-3. Longhorns' losses were to Ohio State by 7, the number 1 team in the land, and oh, by the way, to the minus Billy Napier's, they lost to the Gators by 8. They have had wins over Oklahoma, which is who's doing pretty well, and Kentucky by 3 in overtime. Arch Manning, the supposed Heisman dude, 60%, 1449, 12 TDs, 5 interceptions. He has been sacked 13 times. He's run for 193 and 5 TDs. Running back Wisner has 222, 3.8 a carry and 2 TDs. They haven't run the ball well. They didn't run the ball at all against us. And 222 for their top running backs, not too hot. Now, coming in the Bulldogs, they've lost their last 3 games, Mike. However, they lost to the Vols in overtime. They lost to Texas A&M and the Gators by only 2. Big win over Arizona State, who's clearing up and cleaning house in the Big 12 right now. And they've only played 3 games at home, and they've won all 3. Blake Chapin, 67%, 1525, 9 TDs, 5 interceptions. He has been sacked 20 times. Their running back, Boothwell, is he has 465, and Booth has 371. Now, this Boothwell kid did not play against us, so I'm not sure if he's going to play in the game against Texas. Mississippi State is 6-1 against the spread, Mike. So Longhorns have been the roller coaster, and you can't really depend on them. They're big. You like that? Back to my 70s. And big win over Oklahoma, but that's kind of been it. Mike, I think the Cowbells are going to have an effect on our boy Mr. Manning. I don't know if the Bulldogs can win the game, but I think they keep it close enough. So give me the 7 points and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. What do you got?
I love that pick. You almost talked me into it. But I'm
But
sort of riding that train. I'm gonna take the under 44.5 here. I do think that Cal Bell's gonna get to Arch in this one. He has not looked good on the road. He has not looked good against Power Four teams all year long. I don't have faith that he's going to in this one. And you mentioned Bothwell for Mississippi State. His first name is Fluff. Dave,
Fluff.
how
How could I leave that out?
how can you go against Fluff? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So give me the under 44.5. I think they find a way to hold them, keep them low scoring, maybe pull out this win. It's probably going to be Texas, but I like your pick in the Bulldogs to keep it close.
All right. Awesome. I like yours as well. So, next game. Oh, look who came in. Scotty Boy and Emmy in the chat. Oh, Emmy came along. Nice. Welcome, Emmy. I know who Emmy is, Scott. So, all right. So,
That's the more
next
important
game.
guess.
Absolutely. The MVP, right? So, the next game we got Minnesota at Iowa. What do we got? 8.5, Mike? Iowa getting 8.5? Is that what you got?
Iowa's getting 8.5. Yep. 39.5
and
is the total.
39.5 is the total. Okay, so both these teams come in 5-2. Minnesota's won the last two against Purdue, against Nebraska, and they beat Rutgers. Losses to Cal and Ohio State. Both losses were away games. Something to think about. This game is away. Quarterback Lindsey is 14-37, 62%, 10 TDs, 3 interceptions. The running back Darius Taylor has 353, 4.5 a carry, and 1 TD. Gophers, the Golden Gophers, are 2-4-1 against the spread. Not too hot. Iowa had wins over Penn State, over Wisconsin, they beat Rutgers by 10. Losses to Indiana and Iowa State. So their quarterback, Gronowski, has 811 yards, 65%, 3 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. So not too hot. He has run for 289 and 10 TDs. So they like him down in the red zone. The running back Moulton has 360, 5.4 carry, and 2 TDs. Iowa is 5-2 against the spread. So, Mike, this is going to be the proverbial another watching paint dry game that I will not be watching. I'm a little concerned about the 8.5 points. Might be a little too much for a paint dry game. So, Mike, I'm gonna go with the old Iowa spin and give me the under 39.5 in this game, Mike. I think it's just going to be a snooze fest. So, what do you think?
I'm actually gonna go on the over. I think in this one, believe it or not, I was on the under until I did a little bit more digging on this one, and both of these teams seem to actually be scoring. Minnesota's putting up some decent numbers against most Power 4 programs. They're putting up around 20, 24 points a game. Iowa's pretty much doing the same thing, minus that one game against Iowa State. I got spurned by Iowa earlier in the season when I took them under, thinking it was the same old Iowa. They did hit on
better.
another one because they are the same old Iowa, but I think Minnesota's going to be I'm going to go with the over. I'm going to go with the over.
All right.
I'm going with the over
Let's stick
39.5. Sticking with it. Sticking to the
All
guns.
right. Good. It's definitely a hard one to pick with 8.5 in a game like this. I'm telling you. So
Not a
all
huge
right,
fan. Not a huge fan.
Yeah, me neither. So we shall see. All right. Next game we got, Mike, is Stanford at Miami. Sorry I wasn't here to talk about the bad news for you. You guys finally gave up on one, and Carson Beck showed his bulldog face in that game and threw 4 interceptions. But so Stanford and Miami, Mike, what do we have here? Miami favored by like 30.5. Is that what you
30
got?
and a half. Total is 45 and a half.
All right. So the Stanford Cardinal is 3-4. Miami 5-1. The Cardinal beat FSU last weekend. They beaten San Diego State. They beat Boston College, kind of surprising everybody. Losses to SMU, Virginia, and BYU, all good teams. Stanford quarterback Gulberson, 58%, not quite 60. He has got 1,535 yards. He's been sacked 21 times, Mike. So that offensive line's had a rough go. Their running back Ford has 425 yards. Their other running back Tab has 312. So they do like to run the ball. Stanford is only 2-5 against the spread, which is a little concerning. Hurricanes obviously only lost last week to Louisville. I think they're going to be pretty pissed off that Louisville beat them. They're playing at Miami. We do have a common opponent here, FSU. Both teams only won by a touchdown. Carson Beck is 73%, 1484, 11 TDs, and 7, count them, 7 interceptions, of which 4 were last week in one game. Mark Fletcher, 446, 5.2 a carry, and 6 TDs. Miami's 4-2 against the spread. I think Miami's going to score like 40 points, Mike. And I'll give Stanford a touchdown. So I think it's going to go at least 47 here. So, Mike, I'm going to take the over in this game. I'm going to go over the 45.5. I think your team's going to be pretty hacked, and they're going to want to show up these guys, and they're going to do that. So what do you think?
I think I know this team, and they're not going to do that. Give me Stanford plus 30 and a half points. Are you kidding me right now? You think that Miami team is going to go out there and beat a team by 30? I don't care if it was Bethune-Cookman that we're going to play tomorrow. By 30 and a half points after what they did on Friday of last week. Defense played pretty good. Louisville went up 14-0 in that one. Ended up holding them the rest of the game. Offense just couldn't score. You mentioned it. Carson Beck threw 4 interceptions in that one, 0 touchdowns. Didn't take a whole lot of accountability for it. A lot of issues with how our coaching staff handled that one. Nothing's going to change. Will we win this game? Yeah, probably. Will we hit 30 points? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. The defense will come to play, but I do not know if Miami will score 30 points in this one. That was a huge reality check for Miami and the guys on that team and who their quarterback really is and all that good stuff. I'm telling you, 30 and a half points is way too many points. Over 45 and a half, I think that you could be probably safe here because Stanford might sneak 1 or 2 in there. Miami will find a way to pull out this one. It's going to be ugly. Probably not going to be a whole lot of people in this stadium for this night game. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's going to look real bad on national TV again. But, yeah, give me Stanford plus 30 and a half. I don't trust it. Can't do it. Love them to death, but absolutely not.
All right, whatever you say. They scored 49
I
against
bet they did.
USF, which
That was a long time ago.
Who's better than
Long time ago.
Stanford? Come on, man. You gotta have confidence in your team, buddy. Come on. All right.
I've seen this for the last 25 years, Dave. All right?
Come on, man. You're
I've
getting
seen
that
this for
gator.
the
You're
last.
getting gator fever, man. You're getting the
No,
jumpies from. You're getting
no,
that gator
man.
fever where you have no confidence in your team.
Unfortunately, as a Hurricanes team fan, I have seen this for 25 years. I know how this plays out. It's a cycle. All right, there's a
I
lot. There's preseason hype. We have a really nice September. Then we crash out. And then there's a little bit of hope in the offseason, and we get a mediocre bowl game that we lose. And then it's back to preseason hype again. It's the same. It's like a yin and a yang.
I
Unescapable right now.
I
And
should have.
I
I
hope
should
I
have.
hope they prove me wrong, but no way, absolutely not. You will not
I
catch me
I, sh-
on
I
that side
should
this
have.
weekend.
I should have screenshotted. I was flipping through Facebook, and there was literally a graphic to what you're speaking of now. The what's happened over the years. It was
Because
a
it's a
circle and all this,
it's a
you know.
known it's a known
It
travesty. That's what
exactly
I'm
what you're
saying.
saying,
That's
man.
what I'm telling to you. This is not a one-minded conspiracy. All right? That's all I'm
Uh,
saying.
oh, come on. We'll see. We'll see. I just
Get
hope we
get to the
go
next game,
over
Dave. Get to
45
get
and a
to the
half.
get to the next
Next
game.
game,
Get
Mike.
out of
Next
here.
game. You pick that one. All right. Next game is
I
SMU.
had to. These games sucked this weekend. These games suck. All these games we're talking about, every single one, these 16 games that we're going to be talking about tonight suck. Every single one of them.
We're going to do fine, Mike. We're going to
They
do fine. We
suck.
did good last week. All right. Next game is SMU at Wake Forest. I got SMU at -3.5, over under 53.5. Is that past muster?
Yeah,
Okay. I'm
SMU at
assuming yes.
353.5 total. Yep.
All right, so SMU 5-2, Wake 4-2. SMU big win over Clemson last week. Losses against Baylor and TCU earlier in the year. SMU is only 2-5 against the spread. Quarterback Jennings, 68%, 1,948 yards, 17 TDs and 7 interceptions. Harden, the running back, 431, 4.5 and 5 TDs. Not too bad. Demon Deacons, big win over their big wins were over Virginia Tech and Oregon State. Losses, North Carolina State, Georgia Tech. The quarterback, Deshaun Purdy, is going to be starting again this week for the Demon Deacons. That's their backup. He's 51%, 326 and 5 TDs. The running back Claiborne looks pretty good, real good actually. 539, 7.8 a carry and 8 TDs. Wake is 4-2 against the spread. Most of those wins again with the other quarterback. I think SMU's on a bit of a roll right now. They've looked better as of late. They've still got a chance to fight with only a couple losses for the ACC title. I'm not buying Wake, and I'm not buying Wake with a backup quarterback, even though they're playing at home. So give me SMU to cover the 3.5, Mike.
And I knew that's where you were going to go when you chose this one, Dave. Because how could you not, right? SMU, they just beat the brakes off of Clemson in Clemson. How could you not? It's right there for the taking. Not so fast, my friend, in the words of
Okay.
the old Lee Corso. You know who
Talk to me,
SMU
Goose.
plays next weekend, Gator Dave?
Oh, no, we're going to do the look-ahead game, aren't we?
Where
Who do they
if it
play?
ain't
Do they
broke,
play your
if it ain't
Hurricanes,
broke,
Mike?
what'd your old pappy tell you, Dave? If it ain't broke,
Don't fix it. Don't fix it.
oh, all right, there we go. So yeah, no, we're going back to the well. SMU plays Miami at home next week. Biggest ACC game that they've had yet, right? Rhett Lashley, their head coach, he was our offensive coordinator. He left us to go to SMU. A lot of their players they took from the transfer portal
Rejects.
from
Yeah.
Miami that he
Miami
well, okay, hold
rejects.
on. All right, well, all right.
Hey, you
All
got
right.
rid of them. You disposed of them. You sent
No,
them to
they
lowly SMU.
It was a mutual agreement. Rejects is strong. Okay?
Okay.
Rejects is
All right.
strong.
All right.
All right?
Okay, strong. I agree.
Anyway, one of those rejects, by the way, is cooking for the Kansas City Chiefs right now, Mr. Brashard Smith, by the way. But anywho, I digress. All right? SMU is 100% going to be looking ahead to that game because that's an ACC conference title game potentially on the line. As you can see, SMU by our graphic is currently unranked. Miami is still ranked in the top 10. They're number 9. Also, take a look at this game time, okay? This one's at 12 p.m. Eastern time. You know what time the Miami Stanford game is? 7 p.m. So when they go into this one against Wake, they're looking ahead still to next week against the top 10 team. They're not going to see Miami stink it up Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? So they still think that
They
they're
have a
going to be playing exactly. They're a little bit of a look ahead. And Wake Forest is cooking with that backup quarterback. I don't know if you're aware of that. Robbie Ashford went down, but the guy that came in, just for a little bit of comparison here, Robbie Ashford,
Okay.
when he was in the game, okay, 234 yards a game, good job. 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 6 sacks. This other guy,
This other guy.
326
It's Brock Purdy's
yards.
brother.
326 yards on 18 completions, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 0 sacks.
51%.
Yeah, that's not Brock Purdy's brother, by the way. Don't listen to this man. Give me the Demon Deacons at home in a trap game. I think they actually win this one outright because that's just, don't fight it. Don't deny it. When it happens and we come back and there's been a couple of these. If you've been watching the show,
We're going to be talking about your game next week because it's on the books. SMU Miami, book it, Dano. It'll be there. So we'll be talking about this SMU thrashing. We'll talk about it.
Will we though? All right.
Will we? All right, Mike. You're going with Wake Forest Demon Deacons. All right. Next game. We're going to stay in the ACC, Mike. We're going to do one of those games, except it's this way. So we're doing Cal at Virginia Tech, Mike. Virginia Tech is they're favored by 4.5, Mike. The team that ditched their coach, the first team to ditch their coach, over under 49.5. Cal comes in at 5-2. Virginia Tech is 2-5. Cal win over North Carolina last week, as well as Boston College and Minnesota. Losses to Duke and San Diego State. So their starting quarterback, he's a little questionable. Sagapolotele. He is a little questionable for the game. I'm going to go with him though. He's 60%. Yeah, I've got it. I've got it all enunciated there in my graphic there. So he's
Nice.
60%, 1696, 10 TDs, 7 interceptions. They do have a decent backup, Devin Brown, the ex-Wolverine. So running back Kendrick Raphael is 495, 4.3 carrying 5 TDs. Cal is 3-4 against the spread. Hokies, what have they done? They beat NC State. Losses to Georgia Tech, to Wake, to Old Dominion, and everybody else. Drones has been on the roller coaster as he has for the last 2 or 3 years. Up and down, 60%, 1397, 11 TDs, 5 interceptions. Their running back, Marcellus Hawkins, has 364, and their running back Stewart at 325. Mike, Virginia Tech is 1-6 against the spread. Not too good. I know Cali's making the long trip east. They're a little banged up at quarterback, but I still think the Bears are a better team than the stand-in coach Virginia Tech that can't beat a spread. So I'll take Cal and give me them 4.5 points. And I'd say they're probably going to win outright, especially if our man from the islands, plays in this game. So, Mike, that's where I am. What do you think?
I can't believe you're going against Blacksburg on a Friday night with a team you mentioned traveling cross country. What are we even doing? What are we even doing on the show when we're going against Vatech at home late October on a Friday night? Are you kidding me right now? Also
Mike,
in a game, by the way. Come on. Look at this spread right here. I'm giving you 5.5, by the way. It's not 4.5. I'm giving you 5.5. Look at this spread.
Well,
5.5 points.
Much. I'll take 5.5.
All right. This has no business being this spread. Okay? California is 5-2. Vatech is 2-5. You're gonna tell me that that's a justified spread right there? I'm not falling for that. You're falling for it. This is rat poison right here, Dave. You don't do it. Enter Sandman is going to be rocking. It is going to do the whole night, okay? You're going against that. You're crazy. Blacksburg, Friday night. Give me the Hokies. Yes, the coach was fired, and that's why they're going to let loose. Kyron Drones is going to show why he should still get drafted because right now he's looking like he's not going to. So this is the game. National spotlight. I'm telling you, book it. Hokies at home.
I'm gonna love going into Saturday 1-0. All right. Next up.
Yeah. Also, what do you even? I talked about how terrible this spread was for this week, this slate. What are you doing? Getting into you're diving into the Thursdays and Fridays of this week of all weeks. These are terrible games. Terrible game. No, this one was awful. This one was awful.
Were much.
And then you went on. And then you went on Cal.
That you gave me. Easy money, man. Easy money. We'll see, baby. Next game, we're going to the league. We're going to Auburn at Arkansas. Arkansas favoring this one by 1.5. Over under 57.5. Auburn comes into this game kicking ass, 3-4, and the Razorbacks are 2-5. Fired coach number 2. The Tigers are 2-5 against the spread, and they've gone under in their last 5 games. They've lost 4 straight games. Last week they lost to Mizzou in overtime, and we're going to be talking about Mizzou here in a minute. Very strongly. We're going to get a Gator Day block out of that one. But Jackson Arnold, 1190, 63%, 5 TDs, 1 interception. Whew, he's just ripping it up. He's run for 241, however, and 7 TDs. He's the red zone guy. Cobb, the running back, 564, 6.3 and 4 TDs. He's legit. The Hogs, they've lost their last 5 in a row. Close game last week against Texas A&M. Only lost by 4. They lost to UT by 3 at UT. So they kept them close even without their coach. Quarterback Taylor Green. These numbers are pretty decent, actually. 62%, 1910 on yards, 17 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. He's rushed for 489, 7.1 a carry, 5 TDs. Damn. Running back Washington, 671, 7 yards a carry and 5 TDs. I mean, that's some pretty serious offense. The Hogs, 3-4 against the spread, and they have gone over in 4 of their last 5 games. So I went back and forth on this one, and Auburn's playing close games. Arkansas fired their coach, but they played Texas A&M and UT close. They're playing at home, and Vegas has them favored for a reason. So, Mike, give me Arkansas on the money line.
Yeah,
and
I'm with
Hugh
you.
Freeze is getting closer.
Yeah. Well, Hugh Freeze might be done after this one. He might be the next coach to go because it's about that time. Also, I mean, with all these coaching jobs becoming available now, Florida, Potentially Florida State. Supposedly they're going to wait. Did you see that they're going to wait until
Oh,
the end of the
they're
year?
they are waiting. I mean, and that was all
Well, no,
legit.
well, they hold on. They're going to wait
Well,
right now. They're going to wait right
I
now.
know,
But
I know, I know.
let's I
They
mean,
lose a couple more. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I
see yeah,
agree. If
season's
they
not
lose,
over yet, but
especially to some shitty teams, then we'll see for sure. But
yeah.
you know,
But no, I like Arkansas here as well. You mentioned Sam Pittman's gone. They brought back Bobby Petrino, which lets you know how desperate they are to see something happen. But Bobby Petrino's fighting for potentially coming back to be the full-time head coach right now, and he's kind of proven
true.
why he should be. He's turned them around. They're competing in every game. Granted, it's kind of bad luck, or Sam Pittman kind of got the bad hand of the card in this one because at the end of the day, Arkansas, when he was there, they lost. The games that they lost was only by one possession. I mean, they were in every single game that they've played this year. They could easily be undefeated, easily a top 10 team right now at the end of the day. Had just a few couple things, kind of gone their way, but that's kind of the luck of the draw, and that's why you play the game,
Yeah.
right? But I do like Arkansas in this one. I think that there is a little bit of talk going over there on that Auburn side. Probably guys, maybe not buying into what Hugh Freeze has got going on anymore. Maybe starting to think about their own future and hitting the transfer portal, things of that nature. So I just think that there's a bit more, believe it or not, right, with the team that's already fired their head coach. I believe that there's a bit more camaraderie and sort of team cohesiveness there on that Arkansas side, and I think playing at home is a big factor in this one. So yeah, give me Arkansas money line. I'm with you here.
So, you talked about the transfer portal and the coaches leaving. I don't know if we talked about it before or not, but that new rule that came out in terms of what happens if a coach goes. It used to be if a coach goes, they got 30 days to get in the transfer portal. Now that's totally changed. The coach leaves or gets fired. The team, the players can't do anything until the announcement of a new coach. So, in other words, the Florida Gators players can't go to the portal until a new coach is announced. When Lane gets announced, then they can go ahead and jump in the portal. So that's definitely a very it's huge to me being we're in this situation this year because then you can possibly hang on to your players a little bit longer. So depending on who your coach
I
is.
don't. All right, but you brought it up, right? So what's the selling point? Why Lane? Why do you think that he is the guy that's gonna turn it all around for you?
So
What's the
so
what's the sell like? What's the big?
so I think I believe from an offensive perspective,
Uh huh.
he's got a lot more mojo than Billy did. Okay, I think the
Okay. So
reason
so we're so
that's
all
that's
right.
why it's good
All
for
right. Yeah.
me. Why it's
Go
good for
go ahead.
him? Why is it good for Lane? Because
Mm-hmm.
if you've noticed how Lane recruits now at Ole Miss, Lane's really good in the portal, but has trouble getting players out of high school. And that is because the schools in Mississippi, Mike, that's like
Mm-hmm.
believe me, I lived just north of there for quite some time. So it's a bit of an
Mm-hmm.
armpit. Granted, everything's about the money now and all that kind of cool stuff. But I firmly believe that he's got a better chance of boosting what he can do via recruiting of high school talent into Florida, at Florida, from the state of Florida. So his chances will be a little bit better to make it to the promised land. So that's the reason. Plus, we're going to pay him more than Kirby makes right now.
Right.
So I
Right.
can
Right.
tell you
Right.
that
So
for sure.
that's a lot of benefit for him for sure. But like, what is he gonna do for y'all other
Well,
than bring an
that's
offensive
where I
line?
started because I thought you were
Because that
going down that road.
that kind of
So
just that sounds kind of just like Dan Mullen 2.0 to
if you
me
can win,
a little bit.
but if you can win 10 games, which he's done at Ole Miss, okay, which you gotta. I mean, Ole Miss is just not that. It's it's hard to recruit there. Granted, we got the portal now, but if you can win 10 games at Ole Miss, there's no reason why you can't win 10 or 11 games at the University of Florida, because you're going to take
Uh,
that notch up. And he's an offensive mind, which is what everybody in Florida wants. He does very well with the quarterbacks. I mean, you've seen the quarterbacks just flowing in there, and he gets the right defensive coordinator. I think he can make it happen at Florida. And I don't believe it's a Dan Mullen. He's not a goober. He's very similar. He's very similar to Spurrier. Okay, he's a cocky shit.
all
So
right.
he's very similar
Yeah,
to Spurrier. So
I could see
that's
that
why I think
comparison.
the fans
I could see that
will
comparison.
like it. I mean, he's a
Okay.
modern day Spurrier, all the tweets and the social media. I mean, hell, if that was going on, Spurrier would have been all in that shit in the old days.
All
So
right.
Mike, that's
Got
my
it. That see
sell.
see
That's my
that
sell.
that last little snippet, that
Did I
last
sell you?
little. No, you didn't sell me at all.
Oh,
But
didn't
that
sell
but
you.
I
Okay.
understand now, looking in through the window, why do you feel like that's your guy? It's because you think he's Spurrier 2.0, and I get it now. I understand.
It
I,
is.
I see where
It
you're
is.
coming from.
That's what everybody
I
thinks. So
we'll we'll see. We'll see.
we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, cause,
I,
cause he, cause he was really successful at Tennessee, which, they don't have any booster money, right? And then when he was at USC, they sure don't have any booster money or the ability to recruit out there. And then, but when he was at Alabama and he had Nick Saban, he was able to recruit to Alabama. I could see. Yeah, I don't. John Gruden.
no. No, he's rat poison.
I would
That's
take
rat
I would
poison.
take John I would
That's
take
rat
John
poison.
Gruden in a
You
heartbeat.
you
I would
might,
take
but I
John
don't
Gruden
think
in a heartbeat.
the kids want the
Watch
school
him go
want.
to Florida State, and we're both going to be
No, he won't go to Florida
crying
State.
for it. Watch.
If Auburn comes up, he might go there, but you know, I don't know. We'll see. I think
It's going to be
Miami
crazy.
might.
It's going to
Miami
be a
Mike's
crazy
got another
carousel.
year at Florida State. It is. It's a lot of coaches that are out already this early. So, and I'm telling you, it goes back to my original speech on the fact that they changed that rule about when the kids can jump in the portal, because
Right.
once they changed it, it secured your current players a lot better. So and all the timing is much better than where it was. The only negative about ditching your coach now is your official recruiting class is going to be hot garbage, because the high school kids are going to sign in December, and we'll be the number 60th recruiting class, but you can make up in portal, as long as your coach isn't in the final two games, because I looked at the dates, and they're all pretty good unless you're in the final game. So that's kind of where it is. All right. Got a little
Gotcha.
off track, but I think it was very vital information to pass along to the peeps out there. Welcome, Caleb. Glad to see you, buddy. You got me by 10 points in the fantasy this week, bud. Thought I had you. All right. Next game. BYU at Iowa State. Iowa State, you got 2.5 there at Iowa State, Mike?
I got 3. -3 for Iowa
3.
State, totals at 48.5.
All right. I love it at 3. I love that at 3, Mike. Obviously with my pick. So here's where we're going. BYU 7-0, ranked 11th in the land. Iowa State is 5-2. The Cougs big wins at Utah last week. They beat Arizona. They beat Colorado. Bachmeier 63%, 1386, 9 TDs, 3 interceptions. Their running back, badass. Mr. Martin, 774, 6.1 yards of carry and 4 TDs. and this team has the best defense in the Big 12. BYU is 5-2 against the spread. Cyclones, Mike, they've lost their last 2 games. By the way, they were on the road at Cincinnati and Colorado, who BYU beat. Wins over Arizona. Okay, BYU beat them. Wins over Iowa and K-State. Rocco Beck, good quarterback, 16, 22, 63%, 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Running back Sama has 481, 5.2, and 4 TDs. Iowa State, however, Mike, 3-4 against the spread. So Vegas continues to doubt the Cougars, Mike, but I believe in the Cougars of BYU, Mike. I think they've got a great defense. I think they've got a great running game, and they showed that against a tough Utah team last week. So, Mike, I'm gonna just give me those 3 points, and I'm gonna take BYU. Tell me why Iowa State's gonna win.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. No.
No,
Give me
you with
Iowa
me?
State. Give me Iowa State on the money line. One of these. This is one of those that doesn't make sense. Okay.
It is. It
BYU's
is.
seven
It is.
seven and 0, 7-0 BYU, ranked 11th in the country, going to Iowa State, who's 5-2,
Yeah, it makes no
unranked.
sense.
This is a must-win game for Iowa State, who a lot of people after their sort of start to the season had them high and mighty. I actually had them in our preview show playing in the Big 12 championship game at 10-2. So in order for them to get there, they're going to have to start winning, Dave. And I think that starts here. I think they wake some folks up. I think they win this one to get back into the Big 12 conference race. Give me Iowa State at home in the 3:30 matchup. This is going to be a defensive game. I'm going to trust in Rocco Becht and the running game there for Iowa State to find a way to get this one done. It's going to be, I think, low scoring. Give me the Hawkeyes, or the Cyclones, rather. Excuse me, Hawkeye
Cyclone.
fans.
All right, get your
And
Iowa
Cyclone fans.
strike. That's right.
I
All
know,
right,
I know.
cool deal. Head to head. Got it. Just remember, BYU's been
Have
underestimated.
to do the
Underestimated.
head-to-heads. Have to do the
I know.
head-to-heads. We
I know
love
we
the
do.
head-to-heads.
All right, let's see what this next one is there, buddy, because I guarantee you this is going to be a head-to-head. Texas A&M. You got 2.5, Mike? Texas A&M favored by 2.5?
2.5, 47.5.
2.5, 47.5 at LSU Tigers. What time's this game, Mike?
This is a night game. This is a night game in Death Valley.
All right, thank you. All right, Aggies. 7-0, ranked number 3 in the land. LSU kind of 5-2, ranked 20th. A&M, Mike, they're 3-4 against the spread. Most of their wins, they're big wins. However, they beat Notre Dame. And by the way, they haven't beaten another team with a winning record. No other wins with a team with a winning record. Marcel Reed, 61%, 1770, 15 TDs, 4 interceptions, kicking ass. He's run for 241. Ruben Owens, a running back, 396, 5.7 and 3 TDs. Le'Veon Moss still out, so we're not even going to talk about him. The Tigers lost to Vandy last week by a TD at Vandy. They lost to Ole Miss by 5. They have wins over South Carolina, Florida, and Clemson. Nussmeier, 66%, 1638, 11 TDs, 5 interceptions. Running back Durham, 342, 4.6, and 2 TDs. LSU, 3-4 against the spread, just like A&M. This was another tough one, but when I look at Texas A&M and I look at who they beat and I look at their margins of victory, I think they've been close games, and I think Brian Kelly better get off his ass, and I think he'll get off his ass enough to win this game. So I'm going to take LSU, and I'll take the 2.5 points or whatever you can give me in this game, but I think they're going to outright win this game. What do you think?
I think you're right. And the sole reason is you mentioned it at the very beginning. They're playing a night game in Death Valley at home. This is the tale of two teams. This LSU organization, team, franchise, dynasty, whatever you want to call it. They are really good at home. They are not so great on the road. Under Brian Kelly specifically, they are 23-2 when playing at home in general. When playing on the road, they are just 8-7, including 1-2 this year. Um, Luckily for LSU, they're playing at home here. Texas A&M, this is a prime way. We just talked about these other teams trying to get back into it with a big win, make a splash, get back into their conference chase. LSU, obviously, they're in a must-win the rest of the year. They're looking like they're already out of it. But you never know. I mean, there's still a quarter of the games left to be played. You never really know how this shakes out and how other teams end up playing their games, so you got to play them all. And I think LSU finds a way to win. I think it's going to be low scoring. It might come down to the last play of the game kind of deal and who either makes a stop or who is able to score last. But I think the LSU Tigers are going to be able to get it done at home. Uh, I just think that it's going to be too much. So yeah, I'm with you here, Dave. Believe it or not, LSU plus 2.5.
Yep. Gut tells me that. All right. Last game of our YouTube cast. So we have Missouri at Vanderbilt. You got 2.5, Mike? Vanderbilt favored by 2.5.
Yes.
All right, and over under 51.5.
Sounds right.
All right, so here's what we got, folks. We got the Tigers, the Missouri Tigers, coming in at 6-1. They're ranked 15th. Vanderbilt is 6-1, and they're ranked 10th. Missouri's only lost to Bama at home by 3. If you look at Missouri's wins, in my personal opinion, they have no significant wins over winning teams. Quarterback Bo Perbula, 70%, 16-17, 11 TDs, 7 interceptions. And they got the best back in the SEC in Ahmad Harvey, 840, 6 yards per carry, 11 TDs. Missouri's 4-2-1 against the spread. But I will tell you, as I told you at the beginning of the year, they had the easiest schedule in the SEC. Now, it's gotten a little harder because some of those teams they're going to have to play after, including Vanderbilt and Texas A&M later, is going to give them some losses, and we'll talk about that. But Vandy also only one loss to Bama. Their big win over LSU. Everyone else is teams with losing records. Pavia, the quarterback, 71%, 1569, 15 TDs, 4 interceptions. He's their leading rusher at 438, 5.7 a carry, 4 TDs. Their running back, Alexander, has 361, 5.7, and 6 TDs. The Commodores are 5-2 against the spread. This is going to be a fun game. I'm very excited. This is going to be my prime game, I'll be honest with you, to watch on Saturday. I think it's going to be amazing. But I think it really comes down to the schedule. I think Missouri is a good team. I don't think they're a great team. I don't think they're going to end up in the playoff or in contention for the SEC championship. And I think right now, Vandy's a better team, especially at home with the team, with Pavia, with the coach they've got. So give me the Commodores on the money line in this one, Mike. And I'm going to call this one a Gator Dave lock.
Gator Dave lock. I've been waiting for it. I'm going to go ahead and follow that Gator Dave lock. Yeah, I'm going to go Vandy on the money line as well at home. This will be Missouri's just their second road game of the year. You mentioned their schedule. It's played pretty favorably for them so far. And I think they get a little bit of a wake-up call. Vandy's going to be ready for them in this one. Top 10 for the first time Vanderbilt is since like 1940 something crazy like that. So that's
It's
pretty cool to see.
crazy, man.
Diego Pavia last week, I believe I saw his Heisman odds at like plus 3,000. He's now plus 700, and he's either the third or fourth, um, you know, favorite to win the Heisman at this point. Leading it right now is Fernando Mendoza, the Indiana quarterback. So there you go, Dave. It might be the Indiana quarterback. You might have just been a year too soon because you might have just been a year too soon last year. That's what we got to do. We just got to follow through. Whatever we pick, we just got to roll it over. We got to roll it over in the next year to hedge it. Um, but no, I'm with you. I think Vandy finds a way to get this one done at home, and they continue to creep their way up. I like Vandy. I think they get it done. I think they're the better team, better coach. They got a little bit. Whether they're top 10 or not, they still have that chip on their shoulder. When
Yep.
Pavia
Yep.
and they have sort of continued success, if that chip on their shoulder remains is kind of yet to be seen. But as of right now, I think that's big for them, and that kind of carries them through here. And shout out Caleb in the chat with old Georgia Tech reference. Here's one for you too. That undefeated Georgia Tech team plus 8,000 for Haynes King for Heisman right now. He was one of the dark horses that we talked about in our preview show at the beginning of the year. Plus 8,000 for that undefeated team. If Georgia Tech runs the table and they beat Georgia to stay undefeated at the end of the year and get into the ACC championship game, you best believe Haynes King will be invited to New York. Plus 8,000
And
is some value. I'm just saying.
and you projected. I will throw it out there, partner. You projected Haynes King was a stud. Haynes King was going to be, in a high draft pick in NFL, and Georgia Tech was going to win the ACC. You said so.
Hey, we're not there
I'm
yet. We're not there yet. But
Well,
they
I'm
they
just
are
reminding
looking
folks
they're
that
looking pretty
that
good.
soothsayer Mike is doing well. And oh, by the way, I bought tickets to that Georgia Tech game. So that's the
Mm.
Friday night after Thanksgiving. So I've got tickets to that game, and then the next day I got tickets to the Florida Gators against the FSU Seminoles in the swamp, baby. So 2 nights of
Nice.
football, baby. Awesome,
Love it.
awesome.
Love it.
Although I'm sure, well, we'll play that game. That game will be 3:30 probably. Hopefully, God, we're not playing at noon. So, all right. So,
Yeah.
Mike, that concludes our game slate of 12 for the YouTube cast, sir. What say you,
It does
sir?
indeed. Shout out to Navoski in the chat. Thanks for hopping in, my friend. Yeah, real quick, let's run through this week's recap. We got a good bit of head-to-heads here. Couple of them that we could both win on, but it's a couple that we're on together. But good little mix. Good little mix. So we're both on Kansas money line. We both like San Diego State money line. I'm on Toledo. You are on the Cougs at home. You like the cowbell at home as well. I'm on the under in that one against Texas. Uh, we talked about this one, kind of went back and forth. I decided for the head to head. Give me the over in the Minnesota Iowa game. You're on the under there. I'm taking Stanford in the points against my Canes. Just can't trust it. You like the over 45.5. Give me Wake Forest in the trap game against SMU. You like SMU preview before they play Miami next week. Friday night game, ACC in Blacksburg. Give me the Hokies. You like Cal in that cross country one on Friday night. That should be a good one. We're both on Arkansas money line. I got Iowa State money line. You like BYU. You're all over the Cougars. I see a trend here this week. Cougars. What are you projecting here, Dave? Anyway,
I'm
we're
just feeling
we're
the
gonna
Cougs.
go. I'm on. I see that. I see that. We're both on LSU at home here, and then we're both on Vanderbilt at home as well. We got 4 more games to talk for our podcast, people. We're gonna talk Michigan State, Baylor, Cincinnati, South Florida, Memphis, and last but not least, Gator Dave. What is it?
Bama at South Carolina.
Yeah, it's gross. It's gross.
It's not gross if you understood
It's
why I
gross.
picked that. Why I
It's
picked
gross.
that game, Mike. Come on, man.
You picked it because it's gross. This whole slate is gross. This whole week is gross. Real quick, what's not gross is Shop CYA. Get those assets covered, people. Check them out up top here. ShopCYA.com. If you're going into these sporting events, you need a nice clear plastic bag. It's got all your goodies in there. It's got your credit card, your license, your phone, anything that weirdos could see, could try to get to, try to hack through. That's why you want to get this. It snaps on. You go through security. You snap it off so they can see everything. Once you get through security, you just snap it right back on. You're able to get those assets covered. Patent approved, Gator Dave.
And
Patent
Mike,
approved.
and Mike,
Shout out to
and Mike,
Shop CYA.
do you know that you can buy those that say Kennesaw State in the bookstore at Kennesaw State University? Did you know that, Mike?
I did know that, and I appreciate that you know that, Gator Dave. Make sure to go check it out. There's also some I know over at Auburn University that you could pick up, and there's a couple more that I'm aware of that I can't really spill the beans on yet, but more to be coming soon, all right? Make sure to get in while the getting's good. ShopCYA.com. Check them out.
All right. I love it. I love it.
good.
I love it. So your team's playing this week. My team's got the week off to recuperate, to try to take care of some of the injuries that we had. My goodness, I started watching that game. We got a lot of injuries. So we got next week. We got the Bulldogs. So I'm looking forward to next week's show for the folks here on YouTube, and definitely looking forward to the podcast and picking these next 4 games. We appreciate everybody being on. Please please subscribe so you see when we're jumped on here, because things could get a little sideways. We might change the time every once in a while, but for the most part, you can count on 8 o'clock on Wednesday nights. So that's the way we roll. So thank you so much. And Mike, go Gators, even though we're off.
Go Canes. Just win. Just win, baby. Just win.
By 40.
Just win. Just win. Just get us to the next week. All right. Thank you all for watching. Good luck this week.